Disappointment gripped the 2025 San Marino MotoGP paddock, not because of the race results, but because of a loss of respect from some fans for the riders. The most striking incident occurred in the sprint race, when Ducati Lenovo rider Marc Marquez crashed. Despite being part of the proud Italian team, Marquez seemed not to be fully accepted in the Borgo Panigale area. The moment of Marquez's fall at the Misano circuit was greeted with cheers and celebrations from some spectators, a rare and unfortunate sight in the world of racing. This reaction not only hurt the rider's feelings, but also violated the values of sportsmanship that should be upheld by all parties involved in this sport, including riders, teams, and fans. Many thought that Marquez's move to Ducati would end the long-standing rivalry and tension between him and the Italian fans. However, the incident at Misano proved otherwise. Some fans still harbored deep animosity, despite the fact that Marquez is now riding for a manufacturer that has become an Italian national icon. This raises a major question. Is this animosity truly related to on-track rivalry? Or is it more personal? It's as if Marquez's past history with Italian riders and his role as a key rival continues to haunt him, even after he dons the red Ducati jersey. This scene seems to confirm that for some, blind loyalty to a rider or team is far more important than upholding sportsmanship. The sprint race itself showcased Marc Marquez's brilliant performance before the tragic incident. He demonstrated excellent rhythm, gradually managing to close the gap to 0.4 seconds on home rider Marco Bezzecchi, who was leading the way. Marquez's clean and decisive maneuver to overtake Bezzecchi proved his quality as one of the best riders in the world. Marquez even had the ambition to quickly create a safe gap from his opponents. Unfortunately, this great ambition ended in disaster. As he tried to open the gap at turn 15, the front tire lost grip, and Marquez fell. The moment was an ironic sight, where a rider who was fighting for the home team was celebrated by some of the spectators for his fall. The excessive celebrations of some fans at Misano seriously tarnished the reputation of MotoGP. Television cameras even clearly captured three fans not only celebrating Marquez's fall but also raising their middle fingers at him. This was a highly inappropriate act and does not reflect the values of unity in the sport. Incidents like this not only damage the image of Italian fans but also create a negative atmosphere that should not exist at races. These actions seem to suggest that a team or a rider's victory can only be achieved through the failure of others, rather than through performance and healthy competition on the track. This incident was a direct slap in the face to Ducati, the pride of Italy. Despite being the favorite home team, they seem to have no pride on their home turf. A star rider they had recruited was treated disrespectfully, even after he had fought tooth and nail to bring honor to the team. This scene demonstrated how difficult it is to control the emotions of a polarized crowd. It seemed as if hatred for an individual far outweighed pride in the team they supported. Ducati, as the largest manufacturer, should be a symbol of national unity and pride, but this incident instead exposed the rifts that exist among their fans. Before the San Marino MotoGP series began, Ducati Lenovo team manager Davide Tardozzi reminded fans to be fair and respectful to all riders. Tardozzi delivered a clear message through the media. We must support the best. When someone wins, no matter who they are, we must applaud. He added that everyone should always respect whoever wins, whether on a Ducati or another manufacturer's bike. This wise message demonstrates the team's commitment to ethics and sportsmanship. Unfortunately, the warning from the Ducati team's number 3 seemed to fall on deaf ears and was ignored by some spectators, demonstrating that the passion for hostility can sometimes be stronger than logic and sportsmanship. Marc Marquez himself responded with a very sophisticated and mature attitude to the incident. Instead of responding with anger or deep disappointment, he simply gave a short but meaningful reply. They define themselves. This statement demonstrates that he'll not allow these negative actions to affect his mentality and focus. Marquez's response reflects his high level of professionalism, preferring to let the fans' actions speak for themselves, not his. This attitude stands in stark contrast to the behavior of the fans who celebrated his downfall. Despite facing an unpleasant incident, Marc Marquez managed to prove himself by making up for his failure in the sprint race with an outstanding performance in the main race. He displayed the same never-give-up mentality. Marquez stated that he will continue to strive for maximum results with the same mentality, both at Misano and in subsequent races, including in Japan. He emphasized the importance of continuing to fight for victory, but also finishing the race without making mistakes. Marc Marquez's victory in the main race of the 2025 San Marino MotoGP was the most classy response he could have given after his disastrous incident in the sprint race. The crowd's celebration of his fall the previous day, witnessed by even his longtime rival Valentino Rossi, fueled his motivation. Instead of being discouraged, Marquez demonstrated his champion mentality in the most fundamental way in racing: winning. This victory wasn't just about adding to his trophy collection, it was also a powerful statement. It was proof that intimidation and snide jeers couldn't break his focus and ambition. Marquez showed the world that a true champion won't let hatred overpower his will to win. Sunday's race at the Misano circuit reflected Marquez's composure and confidence. Despite starting from fourth, he took his time. With careful calculation, he slowly but surely climbed the field, closely following home rider Marco Bezzecchi. The battle between the two riders was a highly anticipated focus, given that Bezzecchi was a local hero. However, Marquez showed his experience. He waited for the right moment, and that turning point came on lap 12. Bezzecchi made a small mistake by running wide at turn 8, and Marquez made no mistake about the golden opportunity. He immediately took over the lead with a very clean maneuver. After successfully taking the lead, Marquez immediately stepped on the gas and gave his rivals no chance. He displayed incredible dominance, building a significant gap so that no one could catch him until crossing the finish line. This victory was Marquez's 11th in the Premier class and also sweet redemption for the previous day's failure. The victory was all the more emotional because it was achieved on the enemy's home turf, where the crowd that had previously cheered his downfall was now forced to witness his victory. Interestingly, Marquez's victory celebration also had a deeper meaning. Inspired by his idol, Lionel Messi, he performed an iconic celebration by taking off and lifting his racing jersey, just as Messi often does on the field. Marquez humbly admitted that he was greatly inspired by Messi, both on and off the pitch. He admitted that he was motivated by criticism and comments on social media, and that the celebration was his unique way of celebrating the victory, although he modestly stated that his level was far below Messi's. This celebration symbolized his unwavering fighting spirit and pride in his achievement. This victory felt deeply personal for Marc Marquez. It was his response to all those who doubted him, especially after the incident in the sprint race. After the race, he posted a meaningful message on his personal Instagram account, @MarcMarquez93. The message read, "I gave it my all, and we won in Misano. Congratulations to Ducati and proud that the title remains with Marquez." This text not only demonstrates his pride and appreciation for the Ducati team, but also affirms his self-esteem and fighting spirit. He seems to be telling the world that challenges and criticism only make him stronger.